Now, if we were born anywhere from 2005, you probably haven't seen Fincher, the first Nigerian film that was shot in color. You probably haven't seen Karishika, Isakaba, or even Egg of Life. Well, that's because we have a documentation gap right here in Nigeria, especially with Nollywood. But it's a good thing that the guys at Losing Daylight have put together an exhibition right here in Victoria Island, Lagos, to kind of show us the journey of Nollywood so far. I'm here to look through and see some of the moments that I experienced as a kid, and of course relive those moments. My name is Trust Troy. Let's go in. Is there any moment here that kind of feels nostalgic for you? Is there any person you can recognize on this picture wall?
Aki and Popo.
Where?
Yeah, I saw them just now. Where?
Found them there.
I used to watch them when I was very little.
Okay.
Then so it just feels so much. Joke Silva.
As well.
Yeah. Omotola. My gosh.
So my experience so far here at Losing Daylight has been riveting. I've seen a lot of movies that I kind of saw when I was a child, and they're interesting to see. But before I get to talk about some of the movies I'm seeing behind me, I have Chisom here with me. Hi Chisom. What has been your experience so far at Losing Daylight?
My experience has been interesting. I think for one, it's very much nostalgic, and I also love how there are a lot of old films, old newspaper articles that you can just read to relive the olden days. So it's been interesting so far.
Okay, so speaking of reliving our memories, right, let's look at this Nollywood film gallery behind us. Let's try and see what film here did you see as a child that kind of gives you some nostalgic feeling?
Akinukwa. Yeah, I saw Akinukwa as a child.
I mean, I did. I think this was also like their defining movie that kind of made them the most popular duo in Nigeria as well. Is there another one?
Back from America, it still has Aki and Popo in it. I was pretty much a huge fan of them growing up.
Yeah. For me, I saw Tea and Coffee. I cannot exactly remember how detailed it was, but I know I saw Ogedengbe. Is there something else that I saw? The Omogeto. Well, Omogeto, I saw this I saw Omogeto the saga. I knew there was a reference to Omogeto, like the very first one, but I had no idea that I was doing a remake of something that happened before.
And also the return of Jennifer. I mean, the exhibition generally just shows how much and how far Nollywood has grown over the years, and it's interesting to see the growth, and it's also pretty good to see how far we've come.
Losing Daylight is an exhibition of film history, and the inspiration is basically from my grandmother, who was a film collector and destroyed everything that she had because there was no way to store them anymore. And working in film, I've seen the absence of historical evidence and how young people trying to make films today don't know where the industry is coming from. So it became important to me to collect all the history that I can lay my hands on and simplify it in a way that new generation storytellers can understand that film in Nigeria is actually not 22 years old or 25 years old. It dates back to 100 years and something, and just to make everybody understand that the proper repository of history has to finally happen in Nigeria, because it's almost impossible to believe that an industry that is this thriving and is this strong and is this big, there's nowhere you can walk into to see like a backdated history of where it's coming from. So that's what we are solving for. And beyond the exhibition, it's really an institution that is going to continue to collect items, restore these items, preserve them and showcase them for a future generation to come.
In an age and time where we now have video on demand platforms like Netflix and Prime Videos, all the Gen Zs or Gen Alphas that are watching this right now probably haven't seen this before. Now, this is a VHS tape, and it was a very cool part of my childhood, and I'm sure a lot of people can look at this and read it, but now we don't exactly have this anymore. And this speaks to the fact that what the guys at Losing Daylight are doing is amazing work, helping us relive and connecting the dots between when Nollywood started filming and where we are at now. We're now in an age where Nollywood films are now maxing out cinemas and being blockbusters and raking in a lot of money. It's interesting to see. I'm really looking forward to seeing the future of Nollywood, and of course seeing more exhibitions like this tell our stories for us. This is New Central TV. My name is Trust Roy.